That all down, let's get on to our show here, shall we? We're going to start off with this. Yesterday, Ray and I went to go see the new movie Twisters. Of course, a sort of sequel to the original. Listen, I've seen the original a few times. I watched the new Twisters. I saw no connection between the two films, but whatever, that's fine.
There was tornadoes in both.
But there were tornadoes.
That's
there
good.
were some cows.
good connection.
So
double the cows.
I won't say. I don't want to spoil anything
There's not
for
double
you.
the cows. Missed
Double
me
the
with this
cows,
movie.
triple the fun.
But we went to go see this, and not only was it my first time seeing Twisters, it was my first experience going to a 4DX theater,
How'd it go?
which Ray insisted I would walk out of. For weeks, he's been insisting I was going to walk out in the first 5 minutes because he's been to a 4DX. I have not. First, let me just touch on the 4DX thing.
Okay.
Very innovative. I mean, look, I don't know how many different movies I would want to watch in a 4DX, but for Twisters, it was perfect because a good, out of the 2-hour movie, a good 1 hour and 45 minutes is them driving trucks over rough ground. So like, you're sitting down in this seat that looks like a roller coaster seat because they got your foot pads come up and all this kind of stuff. And sure enough, as they're driving their trucks and running away from the tornado and they're going over rough ground and stuff like that, and your chair is going, I was like, this actually kind of works. Now, they also did the motion with one of the original Deadpool trailers. They had the motion going. It didn't really work for me for the Deadpool trailer, but for Twister, it was really good. So I got to say, I think I will visit the 4DX theater on the right kind of movie. I think I'll visit the 4DX theater again sometime. So anyway, that aside, didn't know what to expect from Twisters. I was quite honestly fearing the worst. Now, the reviews have been pretty good, and that's good. You know what, Ray, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun. I thought it was a fun movie. And is it going to win any Best Screenplay Oscar nominations? No. Are these like deep, intense characters? No. Basically, Glenn Powell is Hangman from Top Gun Maverick. He's basically the same guy. But you know what? The chemistry between him and I'm forgetting the name of the lead girl.
Oh gosh, we just had it yesterday.
Yeah, I was just something Duncan.
Daisy Edgar-Jones.
Daisy Edgar-Jones.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between them was actually really good.
Oh, great.
I really loved Transformers Boy.
Anthony Ramos.
Anthony Ramos was, I thought, really quite good in it. I thought his chemistry with her was really good too.
I do like when they update, like his background was YouTube, right? But they didn't press that point on
Glenn
us.
Powell's background, not Ramos.
Was YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well, it's not his background. That's what he is.
That's
He's
what
a
he was
YouTube
doing.
star.
I like when they kind of like update that in characters where it reflects what's going on in the world today. Like that sort of thing. And he played that part really well. I really enjoyed that. Like you said, with kaiju movies, zombie movies, it's like you got to care about the people because you know everything else is going to happen, right? Natural disaster movies, another part they got to hit right is make you feel, because a lot of these natural disasters, we don't live in tornado valleys out here, right? We don't live in those alleys. You want to feel what those people could possibly feel. Unfortunate people who had to go through that stuff, right? And I thought the movie did that well too. There was like the parts where the tornado hit and you see the aftermath, the destruction, and during it gives you a sense of how dangerous these things are and how life-threatening they are. Like, you could just...
Yeah, to your point, one of the really good things about it was they didn't glorify tornadoes. Because, you're watching the trailers, and it's like, if you feel it, chase it. It's like, woo, tornadoes. They do a good job in the movie of like, yeah, there's this huge action sequence, and there's like 4 or 5 tornado sequences in this thing. So there's a huge action sequence, but then they make sure to show the devastating aftermath of it, that there's actually a human cost to these things. So I thought it was actually pretty cool that they didn't just glorify the tornadoes, but the action was great. You felt the intensity. They do enough to make you suspend your disbelief to maybe buy into the science a little bit, even though it's just movie science.
Right.
But again, it was funny where it needed to be funny. The characters were decent. It's not anything big or deep. Is it a movie I'm going to see every year for, for the rest of my life that I'll go back and visit every year? No. But will I go back to theater and watch it one or two more times? Yeah.
I wonder how the 4DX changed our experience.
You know
Our
what?
view of
I
the
was
movie.
thinking about that because I think the next time I'll go see it in like
Like a normal.
a Prime or
You'd be
something
so
like that.
bored. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm so static.
I wonder how much of my experience was the 4DX, or how much of it was just the movie.
But you
Bring a
may-
handheld fan. Just sit there
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
just a fan.
But you may notice things that you may have missed the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
was a couple times. As big as I am, I almost fell off the seat. It was
Yeah.
rocking so much.
It was rocking pretty heavily. I was
and I
like,
saw Anne flinging right next to me, like back and forth, like her legs were flying, like because she could.
well, I
she
like
said
to
she
sit
couldn't-
with my legs crossed,
Right,
right?
right.
When I sit in a movie theater, I like to sit with my legs crossed. For most of the movie I did, but there are times I was like, I've got to put both my feet down in the hard thing because I'm going to fall out of my seat.
I tapped Anne and I pointed to you crossing her legs like the way you do when you sit. I was like, he thinks his legs are gonna stay like that, and me and her started laughing.
Well, they did
Anne
most of
just
the
like-
movie.
They did most of the time,
But there was a couple of times I had to go, nope, got to put both my feet down on the pads.
I just imagine in 4DX, Anne is airborne.
yeah.
she's so
she
tiny.
said she was literally coming off the seat.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
come out. Actually, I don't know if it was you or Ann afterwards that said because, like, in the theater, like sometimes they're blowing smoke up
Yeah.
and like water springs. Ann said they should, or I think it was Ray, maybe it was you, said they should have had a couple of dummies in the theater that
the
they
front
literally
seats flying
fired
up
up
in the air.
into the air. A couple of
Flying,
That's the thing.
trash coming at you.
It
Like
almost
how-
felt like that was gonna happen. I meant when that theater was packed. First of all the cars in the parking lot went to that movie. I believe because
It was packed.
when we went there, it's 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday. There's usually no cars there. And then when we walked in and gave our ticket, the guy's like, "Everybody's seeing this."
Yeah,
We
yeah.
walked
The
in,
ticket taker was like,
and
everybody's
everybody-
here to see this. It's
everybody
packing
was
out.
seeing it. And everyone clapped, had a good time in there. It was like that. A lot of it was an experience too. It was a great afternoon.
So, guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Gametime. My wife Ann and I love going to events, whether they're comedy shows, concerts, an LA Lakers game. I mean, just the other night we went to go see Ronnie Chang and it was awesome. We love having these new experiences and new memories. And our sponsor Gametime makes getting tickets for concerts and events faster and easier, even if you don't buy tickets right away. Because prices on the Gametime app actually go down the closer you get to the show start time. With killer last minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying event tickets. I couldn't believe how easy and most importantly, intuitively, the entire app works. Finding the event I was looking for couldn't have been easier. The way it lays out the map of the venue, letting you know exactly where the seats are that you're looking for, and how easy the process was to choose and buy those tickets. So don't worry if you think you're too late to get tickets to that big event you and your friend want to go to. They have last minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, whatever. So guys, take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the code CAMPEA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CAMPEA, CAMPEA, for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Guys, I recommend, listen, am I saying this is going to be one of the great movies of the year? No, but I think this is a fun, worthy movie to run out and go and check out. So yeah, if you're looking for something to do prior to the big Deadpool screenings coming up this week, go on out and see Twisters. I had a good time with it. I think you will too. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.